Assault. Hello, friends, and welcome to Shero Coffee Chat. We hope you've had a great week, and thank you for joining us today. We've got a full cup ahead, so grab your Shero coffee, because we're taking a spin around the Shero resource table. Plus, we've got your chat, tip, and guest of the week. Let's give a big shout out to our host, Melissa Farmer Hill, Army Combat Veteran, host of Shero Coffee Chat, and founder of the Shero Coffee Club, where we keep the world caffeinated and women veterans celebrated. And now, reporting for duty and ready to lead the conversation, Melissa Farmer Hill.
Air assault! Good morning, friends. Yes, it is a great morning. You know what? And I just want to thank you for joining us today on Shero Coffee Chat. I am the host, Army veteran, author of Army Strong Women, founder of Shero Coffee Club, and did I say host of Shero Coffee Chat? Yeah, that's all me. But here on Shero Coffee Chat, we want to bring remarkable people. And when I say remarkable, I absolutely mean remarkable people. And we want to bring them to the table for conversations that leave you, the viewers, informed. Yes, you want to be informed, inspired, and most importantly, feel more connected. There are a lot of people who don't feel connected to anything right now. And if Shero Coffee Chat can help you feel connected, that's what I want to do. But you guys know our incredible person today is no stranger to Shero Coffee Chat. But before I even tell you who that is, I want to just talk about a little bit about veterans. So, you know, oftentimes we hear as a veteran, thank you for your service, and we appreciate that. But sometimes we are not given a space or the place to share the truth, right? The truth of what we live through. And I will tell you, there are many thousands, millions of veterans' stories out there. But today, we're talking about the power of veterans just telling their stories, because stories matter. And you guys know, as the founder of Shero Coffee Club, stories matter. People's stories matter. And our guest today is Army veteran and my good friend, Nekohl Johnson. And today we're going to, and if you don't know Nekohl Johnson, if you're not familiar with her, she's the founder of Where We Meet Inc. She is the CEO of Behold with Nekohl, and she is the writer and producer of the theatrical production that we're going to talk about today. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to welcome to the stage. Wait a minute, because I want to make sure this is right once she comes on. You guys know I'm always fumbling sometimes, but I'm not going to do that for Nekohl today. Miss Nekohl Johnson. Okay, Nekohl, I'm seeing you in the screen, but I can't see you on video. Can you see me?
I can see you, but I'm having serious, it looks like a little technical difficulties over here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. It was so funny. I was just looking at you. Do you want to go out and come back in? Because we can do that, because I can talk about one mission, many causes while we're navigating through these technical difficulties. Hello. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about something else I wanted to talk about. One mission, many causes. You guys, today is the last day of One Mission, Many Causes. You know, our ambassadors, our coffee ambassadors, and our tea champions have been promoting their coffee bags or their tea bags, because a portion of those of your purchase will go to causes that are near and dear to our hearts. As you can see, our special guest today Nekohl Johnson. She is supporting Where We Meet. And I'm so glad she's on here today because we're going to talk a little bit about Where We Meet and how she got started. But yes, don't forget, these are sheroes that are supporting those causes that matter. Today, August 16th, is the last day that you can support organizations through Shero Coffee Club, organizations like the DAV, the VFW, Autism Speaks, the Wings program, Female Vets in Illinois, Pat Max Pack, Military Sisters, Service Sisters in Arkansas, My Sister Inc., American Legion, Where We Meet Inc., just like our host, our special guest today, Nekohl, is promoting, and then Victory Place with Renee. All you have to do is go to sherocoffee.com. You can make your purchase, and then at the end, what you will see is the team, the person on your team. Pick one Shero, make your purchase, and a portion of that purchase is going to go to the cause that matters to their heart. It looks like we are all up, so I'm going to bring this out. Don't forget, one mission, many causes. Today is the last day on Shero at Shero Coffee Club. It ends at midnight Eastern time, not Central Standard Time. So that's 11 o'clock our time, those here in the Midwest. All right, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to remove, and then I'm going to bring back, yes, I am going to bring back Miss Nekohl Johnson. There we go. There we go. We work right through those technical difficulties. You know, hey, we don't stop at the problem. We move over it, under it, through it, however we got to move to get through it. So Nekohl, it's so wonderful to see you on the show again. I'm super excited. But let me put your banner up. We talked about Shero Coffee Club. Let me put your banner up. And I want to get right into it. Now, you guys may know us from Three Vets is a Charm, Nekohl from Where We Meet Inc., which we're going to talk a little bit about today, and also Be Whole with Nekohl. But my first question, Nekohl, is before the cookie jar production, what was sitting on your heart that you want, that needed to be expressed? And that's how you came up with the idea of the cookie jar. Uh-oh, we can't hear you. You might be on mute. Take yourself off mute. We got it. We're going to roll right into it. Let's see. Can you take yourself off mute? You are off mute? Let me make sure it's nothing here on my end that I could do. Yeah, hold on. Now I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah, let me remove this. All right, try this speaking. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we are good to go.
Let me just say this. When you're doing great things, sometimes these issues arise. But you know what? It's not going to stop.
Because we rise to the occasion, don't we, Nekohl? Each and every time.
I'm trying not to preach here, but I'm just going to go ahead and stick to where we
it's Sunday. It's Sunday. Whatever you need to say. Whatever you need to say. But my first question was, before, the cookie jar became even a production, what was sitting on your heart that said, I need to put this in a theatrical production?
Well, what happened with the cookie jar is I actually did a veterans playwright program, cohort style, and they actually helped you to write a play. And so the play I wrote was the cookie jar. But me being who I am, I'm always looking for an opportunity for veterans and individuals who survived trauma to heal, beginning with myself. Mm-hmm. I'm on a healing journey that will be until eternity. And so my thought was I could weave in, as I have with the Telling Project, Decruit, and other programs that I've done, including the Table Talk and Tea, create a 6-week cohort style program, include veteran stories, but uniquely by having the veterans tell their stories the way they want to do it creatively. So not just getting on the podium and saying this is what I've gone through, getting
Yeah.
on the podium and telling their story in a creative way.
I think that's just so important. You know, the one of our pillars at Shero Coffee Club is self-expression, and when you allow people to do it in their own way, I think you get so much more out of those stories. But to me, this is not only just a play; it could be, healing for some, because you said that there's a cohort that goes with it. Did you say that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it could be healing. So what do you think the healing looks like when of course it's not neat, it's not quick, and you can't explain it. You can't explain it easily. But to have this cohort and to have them put on stage, what is that like for you?
Well, it's a repetition. Storytelling is like the core of wellness. When you continue to tell a story, it breaks up some stones, and it's almost like exposure therapy, where you're able to now tell that story without having the same physical and psychological ramifications that would once happen. For me, when I began doing the storytelling and projects that were related to my story, I didn't realize that I even had issues at all. So
Yeah.
what it did for me, it raised awareness for myself. And once I realized how great this awareness is and how much healing it provided, I decided that I wanted to share with others.
And how do you, like, let's talk about the environment that you have to create, because there has to be a certain environment that's created for even someone to feel like it's okay to tell their story. So how do you create that environment?
Well, it starts with an environment of your peers. And peers just means someone who's gone through what you've gone through. The way I got into the environment was someone asking me, did I want my voice to be heard? Did I want my story to be told? So there were a group of people who answered the question the same way I did. So the question that I ask is, what is it that you like to do creatively? A lot of times when just as a sidebar, when Where We Meet was created, I used to say it was theater for therapy, and individuals were like, I don't need therapy. So I switched it to say, do you want to tell your story? Do you like creativity? So I began to get people who like poetry, like spoken word, singing. And then what I did was ask pointed questions
Yeah.
to allow these answers to reveal the core of what needed to be addressed. And the biggest thing is to create a safe space. So
Yeah.
the rules and the programs need to continue to enforce, this is a safe space. What's said here stays here. It's okay to share. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to express yourself in any way you want to express yourself with no judgment. And if you convince individuals that this is the case, because no one is going to come in the first day, let me tell you like it is. No.
Right.
Individuals need to be convinced that this space is safe. It may take 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It just depends. And the cohort is adjustable. If it doesn't happen in 6 weeks, we can stretch it out. But in the case of the cookie jar, there was a date, there was a goal in mind. And so some don't make it, but individuals heal whether they participate for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If they decide they can't make it to the stage, it doesn't mean that the healing didn't happen.
I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. And so if you don't know by now, we are talking about the play, The Cookie Jar. Nekohl Johnson is the writer and producer, and it's also directed by Keena Simpson, who is also a veteran. I think, is she Air Force?
Navy.
Okay, Navy veteran. Let me get it right.
Please get it right.
Navy veteran. I knew she wasn't Army, so that part I got past. So yeah, Keena Simpson. So tell me, let's talk about how the idea came up, and I want to know your association, because it's at the Piven. The Piven Theater. And wait a minute, before I do that, You guys, here's where you get tickets. This is one of the main parts of this show. This is where you get tickets, and it's going to take place August 21st and August 23rd. We have a afternoon session, or I know you get in theater, they call it something else, and then we have an evening session. But I'm gonna let Nekohl talk about how the cookie jar, like how it just came to be. Go ahead and tell us, Nekohl.
Okay, so from the beginning, from the top. So I participated in, as I said, participated in the Veterans Workshop. And basically it was from a writing prompt, which is a lot where a lot of writing starts. Started with a writing prompt, tell a story to yourself. And what I did is I did just that. I told myself a story of the younger version of myself without giving this away. And I might have given it away a little bit. Told myself the story, and it ended up being relative to cookies. Cookies, filling up a cookie jar, eating cookies, and cookies being taken away. I'm trying my best not to tell the story. But regardless, I didn't want to do this play alone because it's not really about me. It's about a collaboration of veterans' experiences. So I put the word out. Who wants to be a part of the cookie jar? Who wants to tell a story? What creative experience do you want to have? And I was able to get veterans. The reason why getting veterans was important to me is because as a veteran, I didn't realize that I had things that could be addressed, and I didn't realize that theater could do it. So Pivot Theater is where I started in theater at all. It was through the Telling Project. You can look it up on tellingproject.com. And I did the Telling Project, same thing, veteran stories being weaved into one program. Also decruit.org, Shakespeare, using Shakespeare as a cadence to collaborate with other veterans and tell stories that are relative to the Shakespeare characters or the Shakespeare piece. So for the cookie jar, we're doing similar. We have Shakespeare, we're using some of Decruit's practices with permission, and we have taken individuals' personal stories and utilized Shakespeare to parallel that story to incorporate with the cookie jar. So there's the cookie jar play, and within the play are 9 veterans total. Not only are they characters in the play, but they're also doing their individual pieces. So what I didn't want was a talent show. I wanted something that appeared. I didn't want, are you ready for the next act? Say yeah.
Right. No. And then have the Sandman on the stage, getting them all excited like
exactly.
Right.
And then carefully, because although these are stories and although they are creative experiences, these are veterans' souls.
Yes.
So we have to be careful with each other, making sure that we don't judge, we don't offend, and that we try to hold each other up, because the process, although it may seem easy, is not a typical theater process. This is a project that involves individuals' personal lives and stories, and we just want to be sensitive to that.
Yeah. So when people come to see the play, and you guys, I still have that ticker up, get your tickets.
Please.
Get your tickets. When people come to see the play, what do you want to be their takeaway?
I want individuals to connect with the core of themselves, find a space within themselves and on stage that they can relate with. So I want individuals to see themselves in what's going on stage, enough to find a measure of healing, a measure of something that they can correlate with and use once they leave, and to feel like they can express themselves creatively and become better versions of themselves. And that's through journaling, it's through writing, it's through singing, whatever it is that you, art, drawing, anything. You don't have to be everyone has creativity somewhere.
Right.
And so how do you express yourself creatively? And also, I want to say this before I forget. I found God on stage because I had left my belief. I was done because I was upset about some experiences that I had. But once I got into this community, from the church community, that was the only community I'd known, I realized that there is a God inside of me, and I could express myself and have a relationship of my own. I found that out on stage by doing theater. It brought me back to church. I found church
Beautiful.
from theater. So that's what
And
it is. Piven Theater, as a matter of fact, 8 years ago.
wow. To talk about remarkable people. Now, I want to know, because you guys have had to had, you had the cohort, you had rehearsals, you had all of these different things, creating a relationship with the group of veterans that are going to be on the stage. What did you learn? What was your experience that you learned from just from cohort to stage, and now the production that we're going to see next week?
Well, what I learned is being on this side of it is much different than being a participant. I
Mm,
feel responsible for the care of the individuals who are participating, even those who don't stay. I feel responsible for ensuring that they're okay.
hmm.
It's like I'm carrying a load, and not a bad load, but
Right.
just a load of care and concern. When I did this, I thought it would be like the rest of the cohorts I've done. We're participating. I got Kina, she's a director, but this is a little different because it's tender. It's
Hmm.
tender because we're telling our stories, yeah, creatively, but nonetheless, when I'm doing a Shakespeare piece, I'm thinking about how I relate to that Shakespeare piece. So I'm still telling a story, and
Hmm.
it can be very heavy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I didn't keep it heavy. And
Hmm.
so I felt the responsibility of carrying the souls of the individuals
Yeah.
participating and the individuals who come to see the show,
Hmm.
making sure I keep them uplifted and not so heavy. So
Yeah.
it was a challenge, and it still is, because I just want to make sure at the end of this that individuals accomplish what the goals were. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. I'm excited because I don't have speaker camp, and I get to I get to
Yay!
attend. I get to attend. I'm excited about it too. But so say for instance you have that individual who's looking right now and they're like, "Oh wow." I
Yeah.
would love to be a part of what Nekohl is doing. And I know I'm going to have to create another banner because I want them to know where they can get in contact with you. What do you want me to put up here, Nekohl?
Hello at wherewemeetinc.org. They can email hello at wherewemeetinc.org, or visit the website and fill out a contact form at
Mm-hmm.
www.wherewemeetinc.org. So email hello at wherewemeetinc.org, or website www.wherewemeetinc.org, or call or text 312 708
Mm-hmm.
7458. Call or text
312.
708
Uh-huh.
7458.
I'm gonna make sure we have that because so what type of, like, for your next cohort, let me make sure I have that up there. Can you check that out? Make sure that's right. So, and as you do that, I want you to think about this. So is there going to be a next cohort? And who are you looking for?
Okay. Well, let's lighten up a little bit and say that Three Vets is a Charm is doing the choir and the cookbook.
Yes, we
That's going to be
are.
going live. We're looking for participants. So it's cohort style, but it'll be a little bit more upbeat, singing, eating.
Food. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Right.
I can't wait. And that's
Yes.
November 1st. Look, I'm already
November
moving you
1st.
to your next
Exactly.
cookie jar.
Exactly.
Cookie jar.
Yes, we're gonna go into some lightweight, the choir and the cookbook, which still will
Yes.
be cohort style, but more of a upbeat
Yeah.
rehearsals, singing will be online, just as this was. So this is a 6-week cohort. 75% online, 25% in person. Zoom is wonderful, and
Yeah.
in person at Piven. And before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Piven Theater. I'm the board secretary for Piven Theater, 927 North Street.
Okay. Give us a
Secretary.
yeah.
Yeah, because I love Piven. So I stayed at Piven for
Right.
8 years, and I've just decided to make a home there. So this is why I had my first production at Piven, because it's the first place I was on stage, and I wanted to pay homage to Piven. But we will be rotating. We will be rotating. So thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. All right. So now let's get into, we're going to do some quick answers, and then I am going to give you the entire platform. Now, just rapid fire. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Okay, coffee or tea?
Coffee, girl.
You guys see her in the background. That's her bag right up there. And her
Coffee.
favorite is dark roast.
Yes. I
Okay.
mix them too.
That's right, you do. Early bird or late night owl?
Ah. Yeah, late night owl if I have to choose.
Okay, are you a planner or you like to go with the flow?
Middle.
Okay, the middle. I like that. Okay, so if you can meet anyone, past or present, to have a lunch with, who would it be and why?
Harriet Tubman. I relate with her because she's a trailblazer, a different kind of trailblazer. I did a project on her when I was younger in school, and I never let her go. So it definitely would be Harriet Tubman.
Okay, all right. So, you guys, one more time, I'm going to give a shout out. The cookie jar. Here is the information. I'm going to show you where you can get tickets. Let me pop that banner up there, right there. I want to see you in the space either Friday, August the 2nd at 7:30 p.m. or Sunday, August 23rd. Is a matinee. Is that what they call it?
Yes, you got it.
Yes, I got it. Or the matinee at 2:30 p.m. Either one, it does not matter. If you are a veteran, you definitely need to be in this space at this time. There's the you can get your tickets down on the ticker. It's the cookie jar, written and produced by Nekohl Johnson and directed by Navy veteran Keena Simpson. You guys, this is a play for veterans by veterans, and I guarantee you have not seen anything like it. So if you need something to do, or you want something to do, or better yet, just support what we're doing in the community, it's at the Piven Theater Workshop, 927. Is it Noyes?
Noyes, Noyes.
Noyes Street, and that's in Evanston, Illinois. We are coming to Evanston, you guys. It's
Yes.
Nekohl Johnson, writer and producer of The Cookie Jar. Get your tickets. I'm going to keep that banner going because I want you to purchase your ticket.
Yeah.
All right. Let me keep that going and let me remove this. And now this is the portion of the show where you get to speak from your heart, say whatever it is you want to say. I want to say, Nekohl, I absolutely love you. I think you are a remarkable individual. And not only have you created history through your books, through your workshops, and the things you do, the journey is still continuing. So may God bless you and your every step. I hope 3 Vets is a charm. Shout out to Kim Yada. I hope we still continue to just do amazing things for our veteran community. And I'm going to leave that ticket ticker because I want you guys, like I said, to go to that website and purchase your ticket. But the platform, I love you, girl. The
Love
platform is yours.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you so much, Melissa. I just want to talk about where we meet briefly. Where we meet, goal is to create safe spaces. Not only do we want to do that with coffee chats, with the Southside Strong Veterans Coalition, the Cookie Jar, and other opportunities like that, but we want to create spaces with you also. So if you have a space and you want to curate programs for veterans, that's what Where We Meet is for. We'll come, we'll collaborate with you, we'll bring veterans to your space and do some things. I want you to know, as I said before, that creativity comes from within. You don't have to be a talented person to create a space within yourself to heal from. I'm a little bit emotional right now because the journey 8 years ago for me wasn't an easy journey. I feel like I started from the bottom, trying to find myself, trying to find who I am as a person. I visited many veteran spaces and even the hospital and the clinics, working with therapists, finding tools and resources to become whole. So thank you for allowing me this space to, Melissa, thank you for allowing me this space to talk through the Where We Meet process and the things, the programs that we're doing. And I just want to say I appreciate that. Please, please, please support the cookie jar. Do it for yourself and do it for the veterans who are going to be on stage. It's not easy to make it through this process, but up to 9 of us have made it thus far. So come support and allow us to bring to you the cookie jar. Thank you very much.
All right, Nekohl. Thank you so much. I want to put your information up. I want you guys to make sure if you're interested in what Nekohl just said, go to the website, send an email, call, do what you need to do to get connected, because that's one of the most important things we do. There's so many people, like I said at the top of the show, they don't feel connected. They don't feel connected. And we have veterans in spaces and still not feeling connected. But you got to take the first step. And that first step is just reaching out to something you might be interested in. All right. Enough about that. You guys, cookie jar. I'll see you next week at one of the productions. And also, if you need to reach out to Nekohl, there's her information right there. I just want to say thank you for spending time with us. And I hope that this conversation has inspired you enough to care about something, to connect with something, or most importantly, at least take action, because that's one of the most important things that we can do is take action. But until next time, we've got coffee for the grind, we've got tea for the pause, and conversation for the journey. And don't forget, today is the last day of One Mission, Many Causes. So you can go to the Shero Coffee Club website and support your favorite Shero. And don't forget, our special guest today, Nekohl Johnson, is supporting Where We Meet, which is
that coffee.
Where We Meet Inc., which is supporting the play that you are going to see next week. You guys, there are so many things that you're going to see Nekohl do in the upcoming year. She's going to be on the show. She's probably going to be a regular. She's already hosted last year when we had Kimberly, I want to say Napoleon. Kimberly, yes. She's already done that. So I'm hoping that she can make time in her schedule to do some episodes next month. All right. Until then, have a good one. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.